drops on it. One here in London, Kentucky, and then one in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and one in Monroe, Georgia, I think is the third and final drop. And I'm pretty sure they're all Walmarts. I know this one in Shelbyville, Tennessee is. So, but as you can see, it's like, it's dark, climbing mountains, going through construction zone. Been pretty foggy, and which makes me kind of hesitate to sometimes film because my windshield, man, it gets dew and moisture and stuff all over it, and makes it hard to see sometimes. That's one of the reasons too why I hate filming at night, and I haven't been doing as much recording, because I've been doing a lot of night runs. I don't know what the deal is with that, and not really a big fan of it. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of them. But yeah, it's like 3:30 in the morning, I think, somewhere around that, Eastern time. Dude, it says I got 0 hours and 59 minutes before I exceed my 11-hour drive clock, which isn't necessarily true. I had to take a split break. This load delivers, the appointment time is at 4:20, and so I'm doing an 8 and 2 split. Took an 8-hour sleeper berth at a Love's last night, and got up super early this morning. Left out just before 2 a.m. Gonna get here probably around 3:40. I can deliver an hour early, or be here an hour early. A lot of Walmarts are like that. If they're live unload, they don't want you to show up at an hour early. I know, like Olney, Illinois, their facility is a drop hook for Prime, so you can show up there up to like, well, I think as long as it's the same day. So I was about to say 20. You could drop there 24 hours early, but that's not necessarily true. Just as long as it's the same day in Olney, Illinois. Ugh, can't talk this one. But this is definitely a live unload since it has 3 drops. And I may have an issue. I don't know. Whenever I picked this load up and I got the bills, it was a multi-drop, and it didn't have all the seals in the envelope that the bills come in. It's a Tyson load, and a lot of Tysons, they put your bills in an envelope, and some Tysons put the seals in the envelope, the extra seals for a multi-drop in the envelope, and then other places will actually put them in the back of the trailer. So there wasn't any in the envelope. The seal numbers are marked on the bills, which means it should have came with the extra seals. I'm hoping that the driver that picked this load up in Edwardsville, Kansas, didn't keep them. I'm hoping they're in the back of the trailer. So we're gonna get to find out whenever we get to this Walmart and actually pop the seals off and get to look in the bag. Surprise, surprise, I guess it will be. I don't know. I really hope they're back there. But we'll see. So, of course, they don't have a door for me. And they said they'll call me as soon as they have a door. So we're going to go ahead and go back here, pop these seals off, and take my lock off, and we're going to see if these seals are back here so that I can go ahead and let Prime know if they're not back here. That way they can be trying to message the customer and figure something out. Little trick right there. Put your lock inside there and pops it right off. So, I don't know. I'm gonna hope for the best. Yes, I see seals. You see them hanging up right here? There's 2 packages with seals. I hope those are the right ones. Looks like everything's good inside here. Tyson, stop 1. All right. I'm gonna pull these out here and see which seals is ours. All right, so we got our 2 papers here with seals. And it's got 2 seals. It says, I don't know if you can read that. It says stop 2 and stop 3. This one's Shelbyville, Tennessee, right here. I don't know if they want me to put a seal on each door, which is not very common, honestly. But let's see. This is the Shelbyville, Tennessee stop. Here's our seals down here. Continuous set of seals for all remainder stops. So yeah, you can see 343 1761. That's and then 1762. That's these 2 seals right here. And then it's got the 1771, 1772 is for the final stop. So yeah, I guess that's what they want me to do, is put a seal on each door, that's the first time for me. I have not ever seen that before. All right, good deal though. At least we got the seals. So, all right, I'm gonna take the rest of my split brake, or start it anyway. And hopefully they'll be calling me for a door here soon. Alright, so they actually called me pretty quick with a door. I mean, I'm not completely surprised, but I am just a little bit. I don't know, took them maybe 30 minutes at the most, so it wasn't too bad of a wait. Now, let's see if we can find this door. It said 232. We just passed 222. I'll have to wait for this prime driver to back in, I guess. Hopefully to God they're not gonna. Yeah, okay. I've seen people, man, they'll pull up and they'll block the entire drive for you to get in and out, and then jump out and open their doors and to slide their tandems. It's like, man, why didn't you pull straight up like we're fixing to do? We're gonna pull straight up like this, jump out, open the doors, and you know, if we wanted to slide our tandems, which I am going to go ahead and slide our tandems, and then pull out into the aisle or into the drive, so that way you can back right in right away without blocking everybody up. So yeah, while we're waiting on him, we're going to jump out here. Go ahead and slide our tandems. Open the doors. So yeah, he did. He lined up and then he opened his doors. It didn't take too long to open his doors. And right now it's not too busy in here. But in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, don't do that. You're blocking traffic. You're blocking everybody. You're blocking the yard guy, anybody. You see that guy? You see that guy way over there? He's probably doing a drop hook. And if he needed to come back through here, then that prime driver would have had him blocked from being able to come through here. I've seen people take forever and have the yard guy and traffic blocked up through here. So, I mean, I don't recommend doing that. I recommend, I mean, you've seen, I'm pulled straight forward. That way I'm not blocking anybody. I jumped out, opened my doors. I'm going to slide my tandems. And that way I can do all that without being in people's way. Alright, they got their couple of pallets off of here. I got my paperwork. Set my departure. Let's get the hell out of here. Early in the morning, like I did this last Walmart. So yeah, I'm gonna stay there at Murfreesboro Pilot. it's like I don't know, I'm gonna get there about 10 o'clock there at Murfreesboro Pilot, about 10 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I'll be there most of the day, so I think I'm gonna try to do some laundry and get a shower. Nashville is one of my least favorite cities to drive through, man. Today's Saturday and it might not be too bad, but usually it is horrible to try to drive through here. It's usually so busy through here, especially right here on I-24, that traffic moves really slow. Sometimes it's bumper to bumper. Just one of the worst cities, I think, to drive through. I mean, even St. Louis, the traffic flows better, in my opinion, through St. Louis than it does here in Nashville. And which is kind of crazy, because I mean, yeah, Nashville's pretty big, but there's other cities that are bigger that I haven't had the trouble driving through that I do here. I don't know why. I don't know if it's I don't know. They really need to build a new bypass route, in my opinion, through here to try to go around all this. Build like a 424 or a 224 that goes around and off of the main 24 and connects around on the other side back onto 24. So but yeah, man, it was so foggy when I left that other Walmart. Then I thought, man, I thought the sun was fixing to come up. It's like, finally, I'll get some sunshine, some daytime driving. And, no, that didn't happen. It was foggy for a while coming out of that, out of London, Kentucky. And then, finally, when I got about to Interstate 65, hit 65 south, it wasn't foggy anymore, but it was cloudy, so no sun. And then not long after that, the closer I got down here to Nashville, as you can see right now, it's been rainy. So, no sunshine today. Oh, wow, my windshield wiper just broke. Awesome. Looks like I'll be buying a new windshield wiper. But, yeah, I honestly, I really dislike driving at night. I think, JJ the trucker, he had a video a while back, said, what's better, driving at night or in the day? And I'll give you my opinion on it. These are my pros and cons. Nighttime, less traffic. That's a pro. That's really about the biggest pro that I can think of, because the rest of it, other than you can say there's a few smaller pros, like going through a fuel islands at truck stops and stuff. You can get your fuel a little bit faster, but that still goes along with like less traffic. It's just less people out because of nighttime, so you can move a little smoother. That's just like coming through these cities. You don't have to worry about the traffic, so you just flow right through with very, very little delay, unless there just happens to be a late night car crash or something like that. But even then, it's not going to slow you down as much. But as far as anything else, I don't really see many other pros, if any other pros. You could say, well, it's cooler at night. Well, that's the thing, is like, I would rather be parked at night because it's cooler at night, especially with a darker colored truck like this truck here. It sucks up that heat from the sun, and so if you're sleeping in the daytime, you're gonna have to run your truck. Like in my case, I have to start my truck and run my truck to keep it cool when I'm having to sleep during the daytime. Unless it's cloudy like this, then it's not as bad. So that's a con of driving at night. Also, driving at night, you can't see. Like when you make turns and things like that, sometimes it's best to make the extra wide swing, because you can't see as good of where your trailer is at in your mirrors. And you just can't see as good, period. Like some of these shippers and receivers you go to, they're not very well lit. And that makes it a little more difficult. And that goes along with just about everything at nighttime, and it makes it all a little more difficult, except for just open interstate driving. Also at nighttime, it's harder for me to focus. I take visuals a lot better as a way to keep me focused and to keep me more alert at nighttime, because I can't focus on anything because you can't see anything except the white lines in front of you. I have trouble focusing and staying alert. My mind tends to wander a little bit more. I hate it. I'll tend to get a little more sleepy at night. Like if there's any time that I really need to drink like an energy drink to try to stay awake, it's at nighttime. because, and it don't matter, I can have 10 hours of sleep, and because there's nothing visually for me to focus on, it makes it harder for me to stay alert and to stay awake. And then, you know, if there's any kind of rain or anything and you're driving at night, that makes it even worse. I hate it. Now, daytime is opposite of all those. You know, in the daytime you can see everything. You can see what's around you. You can see what's off in a distance. You have things to focus on to, you know, even though the traffic is more horrible coming through cities, it actually makes me more alert, because I'm having to constantly look around and check my mirrors and look off in the distance and see what's coming up behind me, and look off in the distance in front of me and make sure, you know, that I see if any traffic is slowing down, stopping, if there's wrecks ahead, or you know, I have to keep a watch on everything. So it makes me a lot more alert and a lot more focused in the daytime, and a lot more awake in the daytime. And then on top of that, you can see everything. I mean, you have the, you know, power of the sun shining on everything, and giving you plenty of visual. You can just see everything better. You can see where your trailer's moving better. You know, I really, for new drivers, I really recommend driving more in the daytime until you get more used to how your trailer handles, like where it's going to end up, like how far you need to go out, swing out to make your turn. I know with my trainer, that's one of the things he done was make sure, or he made me, you know, drive the daytime more often. Now, the longer we were together, and the more experience I was getting, the more he would we would kind of adjust our running times to where I would get a little more nighttime driving. And then, you know, towards the end of my driving, he actually started letting me run nights a few times, just to get more of a feel for driving at night. Now, the good thing about that, you know, driving at night is, yeah, you can swing out a little further and stuff because you don't have to worry about traffic, where in the daytime you got to kind of make your turns a little more precise, because you got to worry about if you swing out into another lane or anything like that, you got to worry about a car possibly hitting you. But yeah, I'm a daytime driver. I would much rather drive in the daytime, and then plus on top of that, everybody I know, you know, if I need to contact somebody about something, even like whether it's like businesses, or, you know, I need a family member to handle some business or do something, or, you know, everybody's awake in the daytime, so it's easier on that part too. You know, if you're driving at night and then sleeping in the day, and you have something you need to take care of and make some phone calls, well, you got to interrupt your sleep to take care of that business. And so that's a negative for me as well. So yeah, I'm all around more for daytime. Now, my ideal time to drive isn't necessarily when the sun's up all the time, but my ideal times would be to get up about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, take my 30 minutes or so to do my pre-trip and make my coffee or get my coffee, and then get up and get woken up, and then hit the road by 5, 6 o'clock. You know, just right at daylight or a little bit before daylight that's my ideal time. Golly, it's so rough. That's another thing I hate about cities, man. Cities are so rough. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to be pulling in here to this pilot real soon. So, I'm going to close this video out. This last little bit of driving right here. I thought maybe might catch a little excess traffic here in Nashville, but actually went through really easily. Not very many people out today, which it is still kind of early in the morning for a Saturday, so that may be why. I think a lot of people leave the city too on the weekends to go on vacation, go off for the weekend, you know, and get away from their day-to-day life. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching.